care more about money than a relationship?
I don't give a if she was a homie. But if she stole my money, yeah, that affects my life.
Talk to him, King. He really talking it out for real. Y'all not even listening. That's y'all issue. Y'all don't listen when niggas really
Men
talking,
and
y'all.
women cannot just be friends.
That's the first
3,
question y'all
2,
ask?
1.
They can.
Just be friends.
He's still deciding, but I'll go ahead. There's always this underlying current to a man and a woman when they're just friends, because there's this sexual attraction, this energy that you can't even see it. It's always flowing. And men, as you know, you guys are conquerors. You want a conquest. You want to, even if it's a friend, sometimes that develops into more.
She has huge breasts. Like, I'm not trying to sexualize her. I'm not trying to be on BT. I'm not trying to be weird or anything like that. I just wanted to acknowledge that she has big breasts. And we could just move on from there.
Because law of familiarity, you start getting close and comfortable, and maybe you weren't attracted to her initially, but that opposition of that sexual polarity always kicks in.
What if the man is like not attracted to women? Just like generally, do you think that's still?
You mean if they take a different,
Like a gay man and
sexual orientation
and a woman being friends?
Well,
She
I
tryna
think
be
that
politically
that's
correct.
different, perhaps because they're attracted to men. So in that moment, they have taken on the feminine energy.
So they only want to conquer the men, not the women.
Well, in that, there's always masculine and feminine energy, whether you're a man or woman. So if the man is gay and identifies as being attracted to men, then he's in the feminine energy, mostly. Now, if there's two of them, there's one that's more masculine and more feminine, but that's for another.
2 of my best friends are women. We have great times together all the time. Not once have I considered sleeping with them or anything like that.
Ever?
No.
Cap,
That's
nigga.
the
That
thing.
nigga in the back calling cap. I was about to say,
I
like,
considered sleeping with them or anything like that.
Ever?
No. But that's the thing is though.
In
that's
their
why,
darkest hour, in your darkest hour, come on.
No.
Because you
I don't believe that nigga.
Because we started off as friends, and this is like I said, I was
lot of-
never attracted to them.
A lot of relationships start like that today, even though I discourage it. They say, I'm not attracted to them, but it'll grow. And I'm always like, it can happen.
It can, but
But the odds of it, so I agree with you on that as
yeah,
well.
that's why I'm like, I do understand.
let me see it. I gotta see a picture of how they look. I have to see a picture of how they look. Like, I don't believe that, bruh. Something gotta be off.
I get it, but like 2 of my best friends are women, and not once. Everyone keeps saying like, oh, you're gonna do, and I'm like, it's not, because
You never know. Life is a long time.
Are your friends attractive?
Yes.
Like they look.
Let me see. Let me see how they look.
It's subjective.
But hold on,
It
like
does
just like generally speaking, like your
Yes.
girls like look good, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if you was just lonely, like it's been a moment, you didn't want to beat it, you know what I mean? Or like, you know.
There's a special exemption.
He talking that real talk. I'm glad they brought niggas like him on the show, because he brought what niggas needed to bring. Cause I'd have been highly upset if nobody was asking these questions. Oh, do they look cute? Oh, let me see. Alright, so let me pick the picture. One lonely night, you don't really want to beat it, but you horny, you geeked up, you trying to get one off. Shorty sending you memes, you know what I'm saying? She sending you mirror flicks.
Monogamous, so I never have to worry about intimacy.
Well, that's why.
Wait, so you getting played. So you ain't worried about your man.
He's like getting it, so he doesn't need it. But
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if you was lonely and you wasn't getting it though, and your friend was throwing it
I
at
guess
you,
that's a di- yeah.
Right, talk to him.
It's a different situation. That's what I'm saying. I know
He bullshitting. He bullshitting.
Come to the dark side.
He bullshitting.
If we're not attracted,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
just
like,
friends.
it's just friends. Yeah.
As a straight, very monogamous man,
Talk to him.
I grew up mainly being friends with women. I felt more comfortable in those spaces. I felt more comfortable talking to women. I've never been like a bro, rah, 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 that type of thing. So I think men and women absolutely can be. I have friends that I've had since elementary school, middle school. We talk very often and we talk about all these things, and it has never affected that aspect of the relationship because we're men and women. We're just people, and people can be friends. It's not.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
So my perspective is from kind of a Christian worldview. I believe that God created man and woman to come together in love. And
I love this selection of people. They have everybody they need. This was a great selection. Bruh. I love this.
to be one. And so from that standpoint, I believe that there is just a natural attraction. I have had some extremely close friends that were girls, and that attraction just developed because it wasn't just physical, but it was love. It was getting to see how they were around their family, around kids,
Praise God.
what they do for work, what they do for school, developing
God.
that relationship.
Talk to him.
So from my perspective, that attraction develops because I wasn't just looking at her from just, you know, she's just a body. Yeah, she's just a piece of meat. You develop that emotional attraction, emotional.
Which is why I'm over here. Yes, joining this dark
Can you not?
side.
I would ask.
Because I completely agree with you on that. From
Can
the
you
same
love-
Christian
Yeah.
Wait, men and women cannot be friends. Strongly disagree. Oh, okay.
point, 100%.
I would date someone I do not find physically
Hell no.
attractive.
I don't agree. I think some of the girls are gonna cap. I think some of the girls are gonna say, yeah, I would. I don't think she's gonna cap, but I think one of these other girls are gonna cap. One of these girls are gonna cap, and he might cap. He's definitely not gonna cap. He be like, nah, he a real nigga for real. But somebody gonna cap and say they would.
3, 2, 1.
Somebody gonna cap. This nigga cap. Yup, this nigga capping.
Wait,
Somebody
you wanna
gonna
say
cap.
something first?
I do it all the time because there's a lot you don't, just from the physicalness. It's like sometimes there's some people that I learned just by not going in based off physical attractionness. I end up being attracted to them just because of their personality, and you know, looks can be deceiving. I could say the same on the opposite end, where I thought someone was absolutely attractive, but then I got to know them and they were
Dirt.
the worst person I could have possibly been on a date with.
I feel like you can definitely not be attracted to somebody initially, and then as you get
Yeah.
to know them.
Yeah,
I feel like at that
100%.
point, like once I like someone's personality romantically, I probably
They're
also
automatic.
think they're attractive.
I would say that for some, you know, it's not a reflection on your character. How weighted appearance versus personality might be, it differs from person to person. I think that we have our preferences, and I think that a certain element of physical attractiveness is fitness, health, hygiene, and that reflects on usually competence, responsibility, and dedication. But I do see it as important, although not the whole package by any means.
Right.
cooking,
It
she
is.
cooked,
It's
she
the
cooked,
very
she
first
cooked, she
impression you
cooked.
get of most people.
She
Yes.
cooked. She
Because
cooked.
like, you meet someone and you can't hear their voice first thing most of the time. You just see them, and you're like, oh, that person's attractive. Or like, I don't see myself with that person because I don't find them attractive, and that's totally fine. Not everybody's attracted to everybody, but me personally, I would not be with someone I don't find attractive.
So,
Agree.
so I gotta give context here, right? If I'm meeting you in person and you don't look good, then I'm over there with y'all. But if I'm meeting you through a dating app and I get catfished, but you're kind of cool, then, cause I met a girl that had nice pictures, but then when I seen her in person, she was a little bit bigger than I prefer, right? And there's nothing wrong with that,
Well,
right?
everyone can have nice pictures today.
Now, there's nothing wrong with being a bit bigger, but for preference sake, I wasn't really feeling it. But her personality is what got me. And then I started entertaining it. So, right, even though I got catfished, I actually considered, you know, taking her seriously.
And I also date, like, sometimes I really try this because it's led to some great people I've got to meet along the way. I will date outside of my preferences just to see what that's like.
If you're not initially attracted to that person and have a strong sexual attraction, then it's not going to work, because we know that relationships get worse, not better. That's like, I don't know, I think it's a recipe for a disaster.
Relationships get worse, not better. I kind of want to talk. I want to pick her brain. I want to have her on stream on a Discord, and I want to talk and I want to chat with her. Like, what's her at? Do they got her at? You know what I'm saying? I show her I got 1,600 subscribers. She be like, you know, talk to me when you got 2,000. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me when you got 10K. I'm like, all right, see no more. You clout chaser for her, but it's like, oh, they tagged on everybody. Okay, she gotta have a YouTube channel. She gotta have a YouTube channel. Oh shit. This gotta be her, cause she's talking like, yeah. Yep, I already knew that was her. I already knew she got a YouTube channel just by the way she talked. Oh, she's on that bull. Oh wait, she almost got 20K. She might do a little collab. She might reach down, help out the community. You know what I'm saying? Help out the community. She's not really getting that much more views than me anyway, if we keep it in a stack. she get like a couple hundred views every video. That's respectable though. I ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Sex and orgies. Nah, she's a freak. Hold on, she's a freak. I said she a freak. She a freak. She a freak. I said she a freak. Shawty, she a freak. You already know she gonna do it on it. All right, let's get back to the bed.
Cheating is the worst thing my partner could do to me.
No.
3,
Absolutely not.
2, 1.
Absolutely not. It's kind of crazy, but no, I don't think it's the worst thing. Strongly agree. Y'all niggas is brainwashed, bruh. I feel like this is kind of brainwashed.
I feel like there's like probably worse things like in theory that a partner could do to their partner, but just because that's such an important aspect for me, and like I feel like my partners in the past have like been very aware that was like something that I actively would not do. I feel like that would just make that adds like an extra element of evil.
Yeah, my mind goes to marriage. I mean, you know, when you marry this woman, when I marry a woman someday, you promise literally everything.
And his name Luke. His parents knew what they was doing. You know what? Let's look up a Luke. Let's look up a Luke verse in the Bible. Just to give y'all a feel of how Luke was really going crazy in the Bible. Cause Luke is low key one of my favorite books in the Bible. Luke and Matthew are one of the let's see. Damn, you know what? I ain't even really got it right now. But go to the Bible and just read Luke. Luke is one of the best books in the Bible, bruh. It's one of the best books in the Bible, bruh. Luke, Matthew, top 2. Nah, I don't know if it's top 2, but they're definitely very, very great books.
Be with her, literally thick and thin, to be with her through everything, through highs and lows. And I mean, if you do something like cheating, it's basically like, screw this love, this wasn't real. These promises that I made between us and God mean nothing. I think for a lot of Christians, that's like a big thing, is cheating. I mean,
100%. And it's one of the 10 commandments too. It's like, do not commit adultery.
Yeah.
So that is definitely the worst thing, because getting married is a promise between you and that person and God.
I mean, technically there's worse things, like they could kill you, which would probably be the worst thing.
Right, yeah, she's thinking, I like how bro, this is a great cast.
And God.
They got my man who a Christian who really be in the word named Luke. Well, I don't know if he be in the word, let me not say that. But you know, he coming from a Christian perspective. Then you got Shorty over here, and her YouTube is about orgies and sex parties and stuff. Then you got these girls who are very in the middle. Then you got my man who be in a polyamorous relationship. Then the black dude, he giving it real. He giving a real niggerish perspective. And then we coming together. We having good. This is beautiful right here. They did a great job.
God.
I mean, technically there's worse things, like they could kill you.
Right. Technically true. They could kill me or hurt somebody I love, you know.
Probably be the worst thing, because then like you're not even in the picture.
You belong over here.
So I'm kind of like, you know, but I would say that would like destroy me, and I would never even think about something like that.
Yeah. I 100% agree. I was actually cheated on a few, like 4 or 5 months ago. I struggled with self-esteem so much growing up, and that was the worst thing that could have happened. That destroyed any chance I had at self-love at that time. And it was just devastating for me. Like, it really was just devastating, because it didn't just destroy that relationship, it destroyed my entire image of myself that I had built up based on other people's validation, and I had to...
That's where you messed up right now. That's where you messed up. Self-esteem gotta come from self. Nobody can take away my self-esteem. They can maybe add to it, but you gotta have a root in your self-esteem. Like, no matter what, you gotta think certain things about yourself, and the way people think about you is gonna affect you. But you gotta lock in. You cannot be totally built on other people's perspective of you. You can't do that, bro. It's not gonna work.
Rip it down to the studs and just fully start over. Yeah, so that's why I'm over here. Strongly agree. For me personally, it was the worst thing that could have happened.
Cheating is f***ed up. It's not a good feeling. Is it the worst thing that a partner could do to me? To be honest, I've outgrown that. Bro, I had over $250,000 stolen from me this year, bro. And that put me in a dark ass place. Now imagine, if my partner stole that money from me, or she was just a homie, I'd be more mad about the money, you feel me?
Bro, the homie, bro. I ain't even tripping for real. Like that's the homie, bro. You kept it in the family. You kept the family close, so I gotta jack you.
Right?
I don't have that money to be stolen.
So you're saying you care more about money than a relationship?
But because at the end of the day, me and my ex, we ain't together no more, so I don't give a fuck if she was a homie. If she was, right? But if she stole my money, yeah, that affects my life. You know what I mean, right? So my whole thing is, when we talking about the prom, is cheating the worst thing that the partner could do for me? I've been cheated on before. The first time I was cheated on, bro, I was petty. I was in high school, bro. I drove all the way to the crib and told her mom what she was doing with me. You know what I mean, right? Yeah, I was vengeful. But now I just be like, you know, so many people do it. There's worse things that they happen. Like if you kill my mom, I'd be more mad rather than you fucking the homie.
Fucking the homie? Why you keep saying the homie? So, bro, his homie had to fuck one of his girls, bro. Ain't no way he keeps saying fucking the homie. Cause if you fuck the homie, that's not as bad as you fucking a Randeezy. Like, it's not gonna hurt me as much cause you really like a tutti for real. Like, if you fucking the homie, like, cause I got homies, like, I'm thinking like, okay, if she fucked this person, like, I guess the question is, would I feel differently depending on which homie she gets with? Which homie she has sex with, what homie she fucks. Not really. Cause I know my homies, I love my homies. Them my homies, my niggas for real. But that ain't about to make me feel insecure. Like you fuck a Randeezy, that might make me feel worse. I don't know why. Like but technically, you fucking somebody I'm close to should make me feel worse. But it don't, bro. It just don't.
Marriage is supposed to be till death do us part. That doesn't mean if your carnal flesh gave in and you had, an indiscretion that you're able to hit the door running. No, that means there's work to be done. We have problems. For me, I think it actually can be the best thing because it's a sign that there is a...
Yeah, she's talking bullshit. I was about to say, all right, bitch, you wildin'. Like, you did cook up. You was cooking. You hit him with a back tween, hezzy in and out cross, step back, and then you tried to throw it off the backboard and hit the shot clock. You was cooking. I give it to you. You was like, yeah, it can be good because, you guys can restart and rebuild the foundation. But the best thing that happened to you, be fucking for real. Be serious.
Huge problem in the relationship that needs fixed. Most sex is not emotional. So it's just a bodily act that animals do, and you're going to blow up a marriage or a relationship with children over sex. To me, I think that is ridiculous.
With sex,
you could say that about the person doing the cheating too.
I've been cheated on, so I have been cheated on.
Well, so you think that's something you could you have gotten over it?
I have gotten over it. If my husband cheats on me, of course I'd be devastated. I'm human, I believe just like all y'all too, but I'd be like, damn, what's the problem here? What's the issue?
See, but that's,
and can we solve this?
Why don't you just talk? Like if you guys are married and you have that emotion.
I feel like there's things before that happen though.
We know that people don't.
I think we should work to changing that.
We should, but that doesn't mean I'm going to unconditionally love you just because you went and had an indiscretion. I wouldn't do that to my son. My son F's up all the time and does crazy shit. I'm like,
That's a point right there. That's a point, but it's not the same, but it is a point. I love my mother, right? If my mother did something that, really hurt my feelings, if my mother stole money from me, I'm not cutting my mom off. I'm just not. My mom will have to do something real heinous. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, oh, my partner go cheat on me. It is different. Like, I can't. Bruh, like, it's different for me. I feel like because if I'm having sex with a woman, I'm not gonna have sex with a woman that I can tell or that I feel is easy to have sex with or has had sex with a lot of people. I'm not gonna be in a relationship with a girl that has like 100 bodies or 50 bodies or even 20, right? So it's just like, if you actually had sex with somebody else, that means you probably built a deep connection with them. It most likely wasn't a one night stand. It most likely, if I know you the way that I think I know you, which I may not, but if I know you the way that I think I know you, then yeah, like, you probably really have a connection with that nigga. Like, nah, it's just too much. Like, it's just too much. Why would you deal with cheating? Like, I don't know, bro. I'm about to hit my prime for real, so I don't even really feel like it's necessary. Like in my 20s to deal with cheating is kind of crazy. Maybe in my 60s I might deal with it, but in my 20s, bro, come on, nigga. Like, let's be fucking for real.
Where on God's green earth did you learn that? That doesn't mean I stopped loving him.
For men, I feel like we take cheating a lot more personally as
do.
opposed to women. It comes into the ego.
People's boundaries.
And I tried hard to get that. Like, especially if I was with you. Because, like, okay, let's just say, for example, if I'm with a girl, right? Because I have two bodies, right? So I have one girl that was my girlfriend for multiple years. You know, she was just, I loved her so much to this day. You know, I got love for her to this day. I hope she's doing well to this day. You know, I hope everything's all right. You know, to this day, I kind of would like to, you know, talk to her again. You know, not that I want to be with her, but, you know, I just kind of miss her. Anyway. Damn. Anyway, that's crazy. But the other girl, you know, it was kind of like a rebound-ish from that. Like, I kind of just went sniping. I just was really low, and I kind of just really wanted to kill. You know, so the first couple days I met her in like I met her in Whole Foods. We chatted up, we got food. 2 days later, I'm knocking that down. So if I got in a relationship with that second girl, I think I might be more willing to accept cheating, because it's just like, okay, versus that first girl, like we didn't have sex for like, we were talking for 6 months. We did not have sex. I was staying up late on FaceTime, going to sleep on the phone. I don't like going to sleep on the phone. I was staying up late. I was texting all day throughout the day. I was listening to her yap bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You know, at the time I liked being in her presence, you know, whatever. She smelled good and all that. But she was yapping, you know, people yap. I yap too, probably, you know, but you know, whatever. If she letting niggas hit, ain't no way. Cause either A, you built a long connection over time with that nigga, which is crazy, or two, you just let that nigga hit immediately after I had to. So you're not even who I think you are for real. Like, you just switched up the whole shebang on me.
Boundaries are all different. So if, you know, you have perhaps been with no or less partners and then you get married, to learn that that person cheated would be proportionally much more devastating to someone who's had maybe a lot of relationship experience, and therefore that's more of an active part in their life. So I think that everyone's boundaries are different. So for some people, I have seen them get over it. I know for
I'm following her on IG. I love the way that she talks. I love the way that she think. I love that. Like, I'm just so, like, I'm so drawn to just how she be talking and shit. Like, I really like that. What's her name? It's probably this. I just love the way that she talk for real. Like, she's just so tough. Oh, what she do? What she be doing on the? Oh, she be posing and things of that nature. I feel like I would have thought that she would have been doing more talking, because she speaks so well. She's so smart. Wow, this is red. This is like some sexy art right here. The halo around my head became a noose, and no one around me to pull it loose. But yeah, she's tough. Like, she don't be talking on the net for real. Like, what else she got? OnlyFans. Okay, she got anything where she be talking and shit? Daily horoscopes, astrology course. Okay, astrology course. Okay, she got a Twitch. What she be doing on the Twitch for real? She got a tube. Hold on, talk to me. Oh, she's tough. Hold on. New Capricorn moon. Okay, so she does. I'm about to say she's too gifted at speaking to not speak. She gotta speak. If you want to do OnlyFans and suck and fuck, do it, you know what I'm saying? Do you? I ain't like, listen, I don't have no heaven or hell to put you in. I don't care. But what I do care about is you are a gifted speaker. You need to be speaking. Somebody got to hear you talk. You just that nice with it. So, you know, I just wanted to make sure that she was using her gift that God gave her. You know what I'm saying? All that other stuff, that's not for me. That's not for me to, you know what I mean? That ain't for me to discuss. You understand what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with me. Literally has nothing to do with me. But yeah, I'm happy she's doing something that's you know, around talking. I like that.
For me personally, I would say that I'm a woman that would take that devastatingly seriously and would not look lightly at it. So it depends on the person's boundaries.
If you had children and if you had a family involved, you would break up your family over a man's one-time indiscretion.
Yes.
That would adversely affect your child and possibly send her to the stripper pole.
I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable answering that question because I feel like it's making a lot of.
That feels like what happens. This is what
I
happens.
feel like that.
We don't
that
want to
just
answer
shows,
those questions, but.
That shows
I
an
would say
example
yes.
onto the kids, like, oh, this is not that bad of a thing.
Yeah. And I think that like somebody cheating on you is more than just like a physical thing. Like that's a break of trust, and I feel like if you can't have that trust in someone, then I also don't want them to be like raising my kids with me.
Yeah.
So we're all saying that love is conditional is the end of the
Love always. Love, come on. We're not. Nobody's God. Everybody's love, for the most part, is conditional. Like everybody's love is conditional. Let's just be honest. Nobody has unconditional love in terms of acting. Like I may always have love in terms of a feeling. I always may feel a loving way towards you, but unconditional love in terms of how I act and how I move and things that I do for, to, and with you is definitely is conditional for everybody. And if you say otherwise, I would probably disagree.
Monogamy is overrated.
Monogamy. It doesn't say monogamy is bad. It said, is monogamy overrated? Do I think monogamy is overrated? I think monogamy is underrated, low key. I think monogamy might be underrated now.
3, 2, 1.
Monogamy is overrated.
Sorry.
Of course. Come on, man, get over here, get your foot over here. You know you belong here. At least
I know. We're like,
Think about it.
we're like in a second.
Think about it.
We're taught from the Disney, all these fairy tales, it's like you're supposed to be with that one and only, you know? So it's very frightening to break something traditional, but after like a few months with it, I just knew I'm like, this is the right choice. I've been in the most happiest of relationships. I just celebrated my 3 years with my primary partner, as well as my 2-year anniversary.
Look at her face. I love their facial expressions.
3 years.
They actually brought real people instead of bots. They did not bring bots Jubilee. Whatever y'all did, good stuff.
Primary partner.
Like, not everybody's like, no, yeah. Looking at this nigga like,
And like,
that nigga bunny tripping, dog. Man, I wish a nigga would talk to me like, that nigga tripping, dog. Fuck, tell him I said that too. Nigga bugging the fuck out. Word to me, he's wilding right now.
as well as my 2-year anniversary
You're
with,
tripping.
with my secondary partner.
Talk to him.
But it's like, you know, I do think that monogamy is kind of overrated. I don't think that there's anything like, you know, wrong with it. If that's what you want to do, go for it. But I do think that non-monogamy and poly relationships should be something that like, it's looked at as an option.
I think nowadays I know more open relationships than I do strictly closed relationships with the people that I know.
To be fair though, you do OnlyFans, so you know, in that field and industry, you are more likely to meet people. I like these shoes on her. I really like these shoes. I like this outfit. She might be a demon with all that red, but the shoes look nice. But yeah, the people that she knows is more likely to be, you know, open relationship because you work with porn stars, you work with other people that do OnlyFans. So to be fair, just to give context and perspective.
I would say I disagree that monogamy is overrated, but I do agree that for some people like yourself, poly relationships work better. So I don't look down upon them. I think whatever works for you works for you.
Thank you.
Yes.
But I can still say that for like someone like myself or people that are similarly just very focused and have like strict kind of like I just can't ever. Oh my God, I could never imagine more than like one person.
It's a lot.
It
It takes
on
a
the
lot.
person,
Yeah.
So therefore, I.
Oh, maybe I prejudged her. Maybe she does OnlyFans only with her partner. Fair enough. Maybe she doesn't even do sex scenes on her OnlyFans.
Don't think monogamy is overrated. I think it depends on the person, and I think for me, it's definitely not over. It's the only option. For you, poly is like the right way, so it just depends. I'm completely non-judgmental. I think it just depends.
I just want to say, I don't mind monogamy, right? I just don't like a controlling relationship where it's completely like, no, you can't f nobody else, but at the same time, you want to me once or twice a month. You know what I mean? Right.
Yeah.
Like, and
Exactly.
I want to hear what this nigga gotta say, bro.
So, you know, me and my ex was together for 5 years. I actually broke up with her in April. But for 2.5 years out that relationship, we was barely for like maybe once a month.
Yeah.
Then I moved her in the crib. And then when I moved her in the house, for the whole first year of her living in the house, she just didn't want to have sex.
That's
and shit.
right.
Now, we had an agreement that we had agreed on where we could do various things that we just didn't want to know about and stuff like that, right? And because you wasn't me and like that, I was handling the agreement. Like, I was following the agreement. But because there were certain things that wasn't necessarily 100% out there, that created complications in the relationship to the point that it ended up to us breaking up.
I think it's definitely like it has a place like for certain people. Like obviously we have two people who are like very religious here, and it works well for them. And I just think like if I was in an open relationship, I would go crazy. Like even when I'm in like a normal relationship where it's like I don't expect them to cheat on me, I'm still like it's
Suspect.
yeah. So I just like if I can't imagine a world where I would agree with that. And also before I had like loved someone or like dated anybody, I was like, oh no, I could totally be in an open relationship. And then I actually did, and I was like, oh.
Where's she from? She sound like she might be from Jersey. Like before. She got that before.
Are you
Never
a very
mind.
sexual person? Just curious though.
Like kind of.
Kind of.
Sure.
She's like, yeah.
That's funny as hell. That's so funny.
So if your partner was very sexual too, and he's like, baby, like I want to be with you, but you always just shut him down because you ain't in the mood.
I don't. That's like never happened.
Oh,
I don't
well,
think.
okay, but I'm just
like I
saying,
just
like-
feel like that's like not. That's like personally for me not an issue. But also, I don't know. I think that would definitely be a conversation if there was like an imbalance. But also, I think there's different things that make people compatible as partners, and that's definitely one of them.
What he's saying is the cry of many men today is that they're not getting enough sex from their partner. And not just sex, it's not like men are like, oh, I'm heartless.
That connection.
But listen, men need sex to create intimacy. Women need intimacy to have sex. And people get married and then fuck around. It's like, just don't get married then. And stay
Oh nah, she brought it back to him. She gave him the alley-oop right there.
Stay like this boy, dates and anniversaries every
two are my
It's our
This is 1 year
anniversary.
anniversary with partner number 3. Like
Anniversary.
just be out there doing your dates. Does that make sense?
By the end of the day,
Come to
nobody should dictate your relationship because everyone's gonna try to push what they think works for
Anniversary.
them. This is what's best for you. Like I'm over it. I'm like, why? So I can be frustrated and pissed off and like I've tried it. To me, it did not work.
I want to take perspective because, you know, Christian, I'm going to take perspective that's a little away from my biblical views. And no disrespect, but I do think polygamy is just laziness.
Not
I
polygamy.
think
This is polyamory. Polygamy is when it's multiple wives, just one person.
I see that as laziness, that you don't want to commit to someone in the hard times. Like you were talking about a little bit about, well, they're not getting fulfilled sexually, so why not find it somewhere else? Why not just do the hard work to work on your relationship?
agree
so
with
that
Ooh,
you
I
can
was
get
ready
that
for this
pleasure?
question.
Talk to him.
No.
I mean, there's
Talk to him.
such a emotional, there's a psychological just importance in being with one person.
I kind of agree.
So then why do we have such a high divorce rate?
I agree with
Because people don't want to do the work. Nigga, he just said it. You're not listening. You just ready to get your shit off. He just said people don't want to do the work. He just told you why people getting divorced. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to do the work. They want the easy way out. Polyamory or polygamy, whatever the fuck it is, nigga. You fucking on bitches, nigga. You fucking on more than one bitch. That's poly, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about? Look, divorce is the easy way out, right? Like, contrary to, you know, maybe popular belief, but ending it all, self-deletion, that's the easy way out. I'm not even mad at somebody who necessarily took the easy way out. I'm not judging you. I'm not in no position to judge anybody. I just love. That's my job here on earth. God instructed me to love thy neighbor. And that's all I plan to do. He didn't say judge. He didn't say, you know what I'm saying? He didn't tell me to do that. He told me to love thy neighbor. That's what Jesus told me to do in the scripture. That's what I read. So that's what I plan to do. I'm not condemning anybody. And maybe condemning sometimes is a form of love. You know, God disciplines the ones he loves. And, you know, sometimes as humans, we should discipline each other. Whatever. Wooty woo. I don't remember what I was talking about. I'm going to keep it at that. But yeah, getting a divorce is the easy way. It's the easy way out. It's the easy way out. Oh, polyamory, it's an easier way out. It's the easy way out. Oh, things aren't the way they used to. I'm done. I quit. Like that's what I did in my relationship. I took the easy way out. You know what I'm saying? As a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. But when I became a man, I put childish things aside. I will never do that again. I will never take the easy way out again. I'm not saying I'll never leave another relationship, but I will never take the easy way out. I was a boy. I was an immature boy, and I was emotionally immature. Maybe logically I was very mature in understanding concepts and ideas and different things like that. Maybe smart, whatever you want to call it. But emotionally, and I would say spiritually, I was very immature. And so I agree with him.
With you on that.
Why do we have such a high divorce rate?
Why are people still cheating? Why is open?
Because because our country, I think, is lazy. We don't want to have these hard conversations of maybe we should go to therapy, maybe we should try to get help because we love one another. It's like, nah,
or
I
even
can go
to
get
talk
this.
about it, period.
Yeah.
Just to talk about it, right?
So me and my ex, we actually did couples therapy because again, we was barely for like 2.5 years, bro. We went to couples therapy. Next thing you know, everything was great for like a month. And then one day she just blew up. She said, man, I still don't feel like you, this and that. But like she went in, bro. You know what I mean? So at the same time, there was a point in my relationship where it really just came to the point like, baby, I love everything else about you. You know what I mean, right? This area sucks. Are you still attracted to me? She said, yes, I'm still attracted to you, right? Well, here's the thing. If you just don't want to have sex with me, right? Go somebody do this. I don't give a Let's have that conversation, right? Because I get everything else I want from you anyways. I was open to the idea. I want to be with my woman, but if you don't want to do this, I'm fine just being on the same page.
I mean, I understand the importance of sex, but there's self-sacrifice in every relationship you need to make. If you're happy with her and everything she had, but you also have a value on sex, then maybe she's not the right person.
But the thing was, did I want to go look for greener grass, or did I just want to water my own grass? I just stuck it out for 5 years, bro.
That's another aspect of being like romantically compatible with someone.
5 years not getting no butt from your girl. It's not even like, it would be one thing if like once a month she was super enthused about having sex with you. That would be one thing. You could kind of work with that. Like the 8th of every month, like hypothetically in this perfect world where it's just once a month, like the 8th, or choose it, that Kevin Hart scene. You remember that Kevin Hart scene? The 8th? Hold on. Oh, once a month. He said he only has sex once a month. So hypothetically, if you only have sex with your partner once a month, like I can work with if it's once a month and it's amazing. It's mind blowing. It's like 3 rounds. It's you fulfilling every want that I could possibly desire once a month. I can work with that. I can work with that. If you have a desire, if it's everything that I could possibly want. But if you fucking me once a month and you just starfishing me like once a month, I can't even get no once a month. Nah, I can't work with that.
Especially if that other person, that's something that they.
But I don't have sex before marriage. I'm just talking about when I was. But I don't have sex before marriage. I'm celibate.
Prioritize. Like personally, if my partner was like, oh, like I love like everything about you, but like this is not compatible, and they wanted to go sleep with other people, like that would make me feel so bad about myself.
And that's why you do what works for you.
That's why you do what
I'm
works
just saying
for
like
you.
that's like a compatibility issue then I think, because I'm not your ex-girlfriend, I don't know how she feels, but if I were in that scenario, I just like that just would make me so sad, even though it's it's none of your fault that there's that imbalance.
The comments gonna talk so much shit.
Yeah, they
right.
They're gonna be like, he's a
The day
slut,
I
he's
broke up
awful.
with my girl, bro, she told me like I won't say everything. The day I broke with my girl, she said, man, she's like, I just be counting down the days, like we had sex in like 12 days.
I would date someone in this room. That's a fucking banger question.
I gotta go have sex with y'all. Otherwise, Ashley gonna get mad. You know what I mean, right? And I'm hearing all this and shit, right? You know what I mean? So she said a bunch, and I felt like I had to break up with her, right?
Yeah, no, that's
did not want to. I felt like I had to.
Yeah, that would definitely take a toll on you.
I think all this goes back to clear communication, because if I don't think that cheating means that polyamory would actually be the solution to that. I think that it goes back to your values and
Yes.
what works for you. And I think that I would maybe venture to say that more people might be poly than, are exploring that right now. And still, at the same time, monogamy, I think, works for a lot of people. So it's all what works for you.
I would date someone in this room.
Ooh, this nigga about to be on some real nigga shit, bruh. Cause I already know he's pogged up. He's pogged up. He's pogged up, man. I'm telling you, he's pogged, bruh. He's pogged up, man. I'm telling you, he would knock one of these down. He's uncomfortable. He's probably gonna say no. This is interesting. How much time is in this? This is what I just want to see how much time this is gonna take up. A minute and a half. Hold on, talk to me.
3, 2, 1.
I don't know these
Ooh, hold on.
people.
Surprised he was over here. I'm like, what are you doing?
I know, I was like, he's already said what you're doing
The energy is cool.
You just have to have
Why you surprised he's over there, nigga? Come on now.
a pulse, and we'll go out with you.
That's not how that is.
Perfect example, right? Like Janelle, she got good energy, right? Now imagine Janelle might be the coolest person. Next thing you know, you start getting to know her, she might be crazy. You'd be like, then you come over here all of a sudden.
Generally, the few people I've been attracted to, they look like Tim Burton dolls or just like weird goth
Tim Burton?
people. Yeah, just like weird goth people. So like, it's just coincidence. It's very rare that I see these people. So it's not a personal thing.
Sir?
My girlfriend would kill me, and
Respect.
I like to think I'm pretty picky, so.
But am I not your type though?
You got me feeling some type of way now that you say it. I don't know.
So you my good side?
That's good cap.
Okay.
Nah, he tried to play into it, but he made it weird. But it's alright though. It's all love. It's all love. Nah, he made it weird. It's all love though.
I mean, for me, beliefs are extremely important. I mean, I ain't trying to get all flirty, but you are also very gorgeous. But
Talk to her. You gotta talk to her. Like, grab her out of hand, homie. Make her understand. I was made to bounce like this. Hey, that's the Christian version though. Let me show you the secular version.
I mean, belief.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, for me, beliefs are extremely important. I mean, I ain't trying to get all flirty, but you are also very gorgeous.
Please send us a wedding invitation.
But no, beliefs are very important within relationships. I think I look into, obviously I have a desire to be a husband and one day be a father, and I think if you have difference in beliefs, it's very hard to raise coherently.
Absolutely.
I think that just is extremely important.
She must have rejected him because she didn't really say nothing. Sorry, niggas get rejected every day.